Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December, moving into early January 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Pisces collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us? What do you have for Pisces gang? Late December into early January, and we are all up in the holiday season, my good friends. I hope you're having a good one. But let's see what energies, messages, insights we could take a peek at. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see who might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces gang in late December, early January, moving on into a brand new calendar year. Quick, nice shuffle. All right. And this is something I've been seeing with a lot of the water signs this week in particular, is the reminiscent type of energy. And we see that with her. Now, there are other themes that link into this card. There's a lot of layers, and there's also a matching card in the deck that feeds off of hers. So there are layers to this card. Before we fully dive into it, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this. So as you can see, we have this lovely lady in the purple dress. She's dressed up kind of fancy, but she is looking behind herself, right? And we have these birds flying. She's holding a letter. She's holding a rose. And all these symbols represent different things, right? Where I look at a rose, I think of affection, a show of affection. I see the letters wanting to send or receive some sort of communication, birds, communication. And the fact that she's looking behind her indicates memories. So if there's any tarot card that's similar to this, it would be the Six of Cups, right? So for some Pisces, maybe you're just doing a lot of reminiscing when this card shows up. Maybe someone you're connected with is doing some reminiscing. It could all be in play when this card is here. Or with the communication, there might be something you really want to speak about or address or get off your chest. All of that can be in play depending on what shows up within the main part of the spread itself. So it's like we have an energy that's looking back, lots of memories, but then we also have the communication for whatever reason. So we're going to take a cold, hard look at that once we get through the reading. The only downside to this as an oracle card is sometimes this energy can feel a little stuck, like it's looking back too much and it's like stuck in place. But we're just going to let her chill right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Pisces gang. And while we get this shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was different, that's for sure. Last week's reading was titled A Big Rejection. Okay, now that didn't necessarily mean that you're rejecting people or everyone you come across, unless you're in hermit mode. To me, it felt more like either a thought process or a behavior. I'm pushing it to the side. There was a lot of Nine of Wands energy, lots of boundaries, lots of insulation. So the energy wasn't free flowing last week. So just watch that doesn't flow through to this week. But as you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So let's see what we have this week. Remember, it could be your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. It's all about awareness. Let's get 3 cards here for Pisces gang. Late December, early January. Thank you. Okay, Queen of Cups. Yeah, I mean, there's just this energy that feels like very sentimental. I'm even picking it up with this Queen of Pentacles, because even look how she looks at that pentacle. Right, very sentimental. Let's get a couple more. Thank you. Queen of Cups, sentimental. All right. Lots of people. Let's get one more. Are we going to get another queen? Maybe. So what do we have here on the back end? I mean, that I don't dislike what we're seeing. All right, so we got the Nine of Swords. We're definitely going to have to keep a close eye on that one. But it doesn't break the reading because there is a lot of good energy flowing here, Pisces. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I always look at the elements first. We have a nice mixture this week. We got earth, water, and air. Especially these 2 in the front, that's Pisces' comfort zone. That's a lot of energy that you can work well with. So I'm not really super concerned about that Nine of Swords on the back end, and that's initially what I'm already feeling. But with her and the earth, that could represent a lot of things. It could be feelings of security, it could be feelings of stability, it could represent money, business, work, finances, home, family, living situation. When I see earth, I think of the world I live in. It can also just, in its rough sense, represent feeling like I'm not moving. Then here in the center, big Pisces power element and Pisces power card, the Queen of Cups. Water, the realm of feelings, emotion, creativity. This is home base or Pisces, so I'm not really concerned about it. Water can represent connections, romance, people that we care deeply for, things that we care deeply for. The downside to water energy, the fluctuations. But the fact that these two energies show up together, it's like a stability. Then here on the back end, we have the air. So we think of the pragmatic mind, the logical mind, planning, it could be communication. So we have a lot of similar themes showing up here. Let's go through and start building it out piece by piece. Position number one, Queen of Pentacles. Now, I always say when it comes to queens, especially a queen heavy spread that we have already, is that they represent the internal aspect of the suit. So we already spoke about the Queen of Pentacles, the stability, the earthly, the world we live in. So when I see her, I always think she's a great thing. Now, for a portion of you, maybe you're connected to an earth sign or someone with earth placements. Think Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, could be any of that. The Queen of Pentacles to me, I think Empress. I do. I just think of blessings and abundance and stability and wins and victories and cup runneth over. So whenever she shows up, I'm like, all right, nice, I'll take it. This is a really good energy. But the downside, as already mentioned with the suit itself, this energy could be a little set in its ways, right? It could be a little immovable. And if there's any sign that's good and adept at shifting and changing, it's Pisces. So sometimes when you run up into an energy where it's like kind of stuck in place, it doesn't compute. It's like, all right, well, why can't you adjust? So we need to take a close look at this Queen of Pentacles. Always a good sign for the monetary too. So we're starting in a good place. Now, as we get her tucked back in by this amethyst crystal, let's start talking about the Queen of Cups, because she could be very important for this reading. I did see her show up twice in the Cancer reading, and now she shows up in the Pisces reading. As already mentioned, it represents a water sign. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, it could be representing you in this spread. Remember, it's not gender specific. So whatever clarifies her could be giving us a clue as to what's coming in, what's coming towards you, or what you might be feeling. Now, the Queen of Cups, remember, the internal aspects of the suit, she is a double down of emotions. So when she feels things, she feels them intensely. It's almost palpable when she feels an emotion. It almost has a texture to it. And I know a lot of Pisces can understand that when I say it, right? Like when you feel a feeling, you can almost literally feel it. That's what I think of with her. Nurturing, warm, caring, maternal, very soft, filled with love, filled with affection, filled with devotion. So like when I see her and the Queen of Pentacles together, you combine them, it's like everything. So I think this is a great way to start. But the downside to the Queen of Cups can sometimes arise if there are certain things that you might be suppressing in this time. So that's what she warns us against. And yes, she could be representing a full expression of love and emotion, all that great stuff. But the Queen of Cups shadow side is pushing something down, not speaking about it, not addressing it, trying not to think about it. I'm going to push it down, down, down to the ground. And I always say the energy has to go somewhere, right? Like if you try to suppress something too much, or you're being a little quiet or secretive about something, eventually it's going to burst forth. Now, moving to the back end, I'm not saying that's definitely the case, but it's just something we need to watch out for. Now, on the back end, we got the Nine of Swords. This is one of the cards I always say you don't have to be an expert in tarot to understand what this means, right? We got this individual, they're up in bed, they got the hands in the face, and they're going through it. So, of course, this card could represent stress and anxiety and overthinking. This is one of my cards that I link to the paranormal as well. So I do tie it into energetic sensitivity. So with the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Swords, it's like I'm feeling something and I feel it all. So your energy sensors could be heightened all the way up when this card is here. Now, does this card also have some mystery to it? Sure. It's a nighttime card. It's not all bad. It's just a little wound tight. And the good thing about the Nine of Swords is that, all right, this energy is temporary. So it's like we have a mixture of stuff going on here, Pisces. Now, remember, the fact that we have different court cards, this might all just be energy from other people that you're tapped into. You might not even been feeling your stuff. But I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Pisces, gang? What do we got? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message. which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the Queen of Pentacles. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Please. Why is that Queen of Pentacles here? Thank you. Okay. I mean, I do like it quite a bit. I wasn't expecting it. I mean, we have the Ten of Cups. That's not a bad I know some people, I see the comments sometimes like, oh, when you go I get a little nervous. This isn't a bad one. So we have the Ten of Cups in the upright. And I mean, talk about wins, talk about victories. Like when you combine this, you heard what I said about the Queen of Pentacles. Like this is happiness, this is fulfillment, this is a perfect blend, a perfect match of energy. So could this be something coming in? If it is, I would claim it right away, because the Ten of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's happy, right? Like you see the happy family, the rainbows, the full cups. The only thing is, it's just super intense. I would say that's the only thing that I'm cautious about in reading this week, is although we have this beautiful win, victory, blessing type of energy already showing up in multiple places, is the intensity of it, right? Like and then again, that might be a personal preference thing, because I'm very much like an even keel type of person. Like I don't like too many extreme swings of energy. But I mean, if this is a good swing, a good extreme, hey, claim it. It's a good thing. Now, I always say wins, victories, they come in all different shapes and sizes. Could it be monetary or work related? If you're having pressure in that area, absolutely. But it could just be the other areas. So I love the energy that's coming in. It's a great way to start. Wasn't expecting the Ten of Cups. But another thing that I want to say is the people. People, 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 people. I don't know why everything is so people, Pisces. So you might be more of a magnetic people person than you normally are. So if you're the type of Pisces that likes your privacy, it's like I'm drawing all these energies to me. There's a lot of people showing up. Let's go in on the Queen of Cups. We'll see what she has. Now I really want to get to the Nine of Swords, because like we have this beautiful energy up front. It's like, what are we looking at here? So why is the Queen of Cups here? Why is that Queen of Cups here? Okay. More people? Are we surprised now? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles in the upright underneath this Queen of Cups. It's like stable. It's like, I'll wait. I'll wait. There could be something you're being very patient about, or that spirit might want you to be patient with. Like to me, when I see the Queen of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like, I'm cool waiting. I'll wait. I'll give this a little bit of time. To me, this energy feels like it's not in a rush whatsoever. So whether you're a cross watcher or Pisces yourself, like this energy just doesn't seem to be in a rush. There's no sense of urgency, is what I'm saying. So although there's a lot of energetic sensitivity and heightened stuff, this energy in the middle is just super nonchalant, where it's like, okay, whatever. Not that it doesn't care. There's just like no sense of urgency here with the Knight of Pentacles. Now, again, more earth sign energy showing up here. Nothing wrong with being relaxed, being chill. Listen, I'm all about that life myself. But yeah, Knight of Pentacles, sometimes it's barely even moving. So again, for some of you, it's either something Spirit wants you to be patient about, or something you are being patient about, or the energy is just very neutral. It doesn't have a pep in its step. Like it's just like, all right, whatever. So we're gonna keep going. I mean, it's stable, it's predictable. I like it for that. But I keep going back to this other thing where it's like, all right, maybe your energy's all right, but we have like all this other energy approaching or encroaching. So let's see what the Nine of Swords has, because all this in the front looks good to me. Like it feels all right to me. I'm just, what are you? What are you doing there? So why is the Nine of Swords in the mix for Pisces? And we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow. Why is that Nine of Swords here, please? Thank you. Oh, okay. So we do have the Sun in reverse under. I still don't think it's yours. I still don't. So the Sun is Leo energy. Okay. And normally when I see the Sun in reverse, it represents revelations, realizations, information coming to the surface. There's an energy here of someone that's like very, very curious. That's the vibe I'm picking up here. So, of course, could it be stressed, anxious, nervous? Absolutely. But it's like, I need to know what's going on, Pisces. I need to know the information. I need to know this. I need to know that. I don't want to say this person's like harshing your mellow, so to speak. I know that's like a hippie line. But when this sun came out, it did come out with the Nine of Cups. I don't often pull two clarifiers. Now, another thing I want to mention, because I feel like this could be someone that you may be tempted to pour into, so to speak, emotionally. When I see the Nine of Swords with the Sun and the Nine of Cups, I feel like I'm trying to cheer someone up. I feel like I'm trying to calm someone down. I feel like I'm trying to reassure someone. Now, I'm not going to tell you if that's a good or a bad thing, but the energy here just feels like really wound tight, stressed, anxious, nervous. Just watch that it doesn't bleed into multiple areas of your life and start affecting multiple things. I don't know why I'm saying all this. It sounds hyper specific. Only take it how it hits for you. But you know how sometimes like one situation can cascade into others. So if you're just minding your own P's and Q's, minding your own business, awesome. But there's like this outside energy trying to come in that could affect multiple areas of your life. Um, so we do got that high strung energy. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. So I know that got hyper specific there at the end. Only take what's yours. A lot of different energies coming in, but position number one, we start off great, right? We got the Queen of Pentacles, we got the Ten of Cups in the upright. You don't get much better than that. Win, victory, blessing, whatever damn label we want to put on it, it's there and I like it and it's claimable. Moving to the middle, we have the Queen of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. Very neutral, very unbothered, very unrushed, being very patient. So whether that's the advice from spirit or just the energy you're in, seems chill to me. It's not bothering me. It's not bothering anyone. So the energy is just there doing its thing or just waiting. On to the back end is where it got a little bit tricky, right? Because we have the Nine of Swords with the Sun in reverse. I did get this curiosity where there's someone where it's like, I need to know this, I need to know that, I need all the information. So I'm not sure if this is someone curious about you or a situation, but this might be someone that you're either trying to reassure or pour into for one reason or another. Um, not all of you, of course, but I would say just watch your energy in this time because I feel like a lot of outside energy coming in and it could affect multiple areas of your life. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Pisces, gang? And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get through one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card out. Why is it here for Pisces, gang? Thank you. Yeah, Nine of Cups. So just like with this bonus that I got when I pulled out the Sun, we got the Nine of Cups again. So like we have a very consistent theme with some positive cards this week, Pisces. So overall, I like what I'm seeing. And I feel like a lot of this reading is very much claimable. Now, aside of the Nine of Cups that I didn't discuss with this guy, is that it's an open, welcoming type of energy. So like when I see it, it's like, oh yeah, door's open, knock on it. Um, Not sure if this is spirit warning you about, against being too welcoming or too opening. That could very much be possible. But a lot of you, this could just be a win coming in that's not even on your radar. Another thing I do want to mention with the Nine of Cups, since it is a wish fulfillment card, um, we have the good, we have the challenge, just like with every card, but sometimes it can overdo it a little bit, right? So watch out for any pleasurable activities, pleasure of the flesh. Like it's an energy that overindulges. So if you're trying to tone certain things back, tone some habits back or behaviors, the Nine of Cups could be like, screw it. Screw it. I'm just going to do what I want. And again, nothing wrong with that. You do what the hell you want. But we're just going to leave it at that, Pisces. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you would like further clarification on your situation, you can book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. My December schedule is live right now, and the spots go quick, so go check it out, see what's available if you want to have a chat with me. But for the December subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks for all skill levels, the Gilded Tarot Royale. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's two simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot cards, which one do you resonate with most? When you see it in a reading, it's like, yeah, that's me. Put your answer in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.